Hello, everybody. I am Half-Wolf, and we are back in the world of Vanilla to Beyond, where I just heard something hurt itself. What? What just hurt itself? Oh, was it this little rat? This little poor rat, which is jumping around everywhere. Don't start eating my bookshelves, otherwise I'll attack you. But either way, what we were doing today is we wanted to get on with the good old ME system. Now, we have connected this up, but we found out the heat generator doesn't exactly work that much. Not gonna lie, I thought, heat generator, it'll do. But after testing my theory, it doesn't work very well. So, what we started to do... Sorry about sniffles, I do not know where that has come from. So what we did instead is we made a metallurgic infuser to turn iron into infused alloy. So that from the infused alloy, we can make this, wherever it's gone, this, which we haven't got the iron on us. Why haven't we got iron on us? So we can make this, the solar generator. Now, the solar generator, obviously in its name, we should be able to put it on there, and ta-da! Because now it's producing enough energy for the infused alloy. Once we've done all of this, and let the alloy smelt, we can try and make another 3 of these, which then we can make an advanced solar generator, which should, in fact, make more power. The more power we have, we can stick it onto this, which then we can power this up a lot longer and a lot more. This does hold 38.40 KFE, whatever that is, or if we wanted to do it in joules or FE, joules or FE, that's it. I know what J is, but I can't remember what FE is. But, as you can tell, while it's sunny, while it's day, it's working very, very well. Yes, fair enough, it keeps spiking and then stopping, but it is working its butt off. Now, for this, we need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not saying the last word because we aren't having that issue again. But let's say we've got 7 each. So that's 7 times 2, times 4, sorry. Now it's 3. So that's 21 more of infused alloy. And then we need 2 more. So that's 23 infused alloy we need. Which so far we have 14. This will only make up to 21. So we need 2 more iron. Which, if we go over to our farm, we should have some more. Some more iron. Eventually, I think next episode, I think we're going to have to start finding food. Because I have run out of food in my kitchen. Nope, that's not how we do that. That's how we do that. So, now we've got 24 iron ingots. We do need to make more of them farms, but that'll come later on, once we clear that. Which, I'll be able to clear that eventually, since we've got quite a bit of... It's not in there. Quite a bit of Supremium Essence after just letting it do its thing, and we've got some Prosperity Shards as well. So, let's see what we're on here. Okay. It does seem to take a while to get up here, but it doesn't seem to be draining as quick. We've got 22 so far. There's a 23. So that's all we need. So this can now make its way up. And then once this has made its way up, this will make its way up. But we might not need that. Now we can make our solar generator, which needs osmium, which we have 11 of. I can hear you, zombie pigmen, out there for some strange odd reason. We also need some more glass. Oh dear. Have we got enough to do this? We should do. There's 64, that should do. And then we need this, which needs gold and that. So we'll just get this. I know we've got that out there to make the gold and everything, but for the time being, we're going to be using the normal furnace. And then we want to make... Oh, we need some redstone as well. Then we want to make one of the... Well, 3 of these. Like so. So there's 3 of them. Then we want to make 3 of these. Well, no, it'd be 9 of these, which unfortunately we've not got enough osmium for. So, in fact, we'll only make 3 for the time being anyway. Oh, what was it again? Was it that? Yeah, it was. So we'll make 3 of them to make another one. And then them 3. Well, no, not them 3. There we go. So there's another solar generator. Now with the osmium, we're going to... Oh. With the osmium, we are going to make an osmium seed. Just because it'll make this process a lot simpler and quicker. Now, if I remember rightly, isn't it 4 prosperity shards with 1 seed to make prosperity seed? It's been a while since we've made a prosperity seed. Right, so that... This is literally just for the what do we want to call it now? Oh, wrong thing. I needed to turn this into 4. This is literally just for the ME storage system when we get down to it. But at the moment, we aren't making the ME system at all, since we do need power to use on the inscribers. So, ta-da! Osmium seed. Right, now we've got our osmium seed, we want to replace one of these over here. Probably this one, because then it's all in a line. Now then, do we want to just... oh dear. This is getting a bit too much in here now. Like, there's a lot of seeds and a lot of things that we've got in here now, but the essence is getting highly... incapable to control. Eventually we will be using it, so it won't be too bad, but for the time being we aren't actually using the essence. Grab all of that. Put them there. Put that up there. That. And then give me them. There we go. Right, so that'll start making them now. Put the seeds in here. Put the essence in here. We'll turn them all into what they need to be later on. Unfortunately, it's not sunny, so that solar power that solar panel isn't getting any generated power at all. So let's just go and sleep, because even the rain disturbs it. Ta-da! Now we're back. Now we're back with it being sunny again. We can check our solar generator. So that's fully charged now. That's nice. But we do need another one of these, which we need more osmium for them. If we need 2 more of these, that's 6 more of these, which 6 times 3, that's 18. So we need 18 more osmium ingots, which unfortunately I'm going to have to wait. Unless there's another way of making osmium. Is there another way of making osmium? Nope, there's no other way of making osmium, so it is literally just a waiting game now. If I go to this, how many does it make? It makes 4 per 8. Eat the roasted mushroom. Eat the roasted eggplants. Eggplants are quite filling, actually. Who knew? But we shall be back when we have the osmium to make the other power source. And while that's doing that, I'll probably turn some of this into tools and everything, so we have unlimited tools. So I'll be right back. Right, we've got quite a bit of osmium now, so can start making the final touches to the solar power. Hopefully, I'm hoping I've got enough. I should have enough osmium, but if I don't, then we'll just have to wait some more. It's fine. There's no hassle or issue to waiting for osmium. So now, why have I got buckets here? Solar panel. So we want one of these, which needs 3 of these. So we needed 6 of these in total. 5, 6. There's the 6. And then we need 2 more of these, which they can't stack, so we'll do this. Wait, what went there? Oh wait, yeah, that. So these can't stack either. Now what we need for this is we need to get that other one from outside. This one. Which I don't think keeps its charge. Oh no, it does. Okay. But it won't keep its charge once I turn it into this, I don't think. So we'll do this, 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 and these, and iron to make an advanced solar generator. Now, I've never actually used the advanced solar generators. I've never used a solar generator in my life. But I'm guessing if I do this... Damn. Stores 80 KFE. Now, I want to know how much it uses of that 80 when we use the press. So if we get 1 diamond, let it get up to 80 KF. We've also got like a little socket here so we can route it to other machines like this. Let it get to the 80k. Then we'll just put this in here. So 80k. Put this in here. We're going to have to wait till nighttime, aren't we, so that it drops so we can see how much it uses. But by the looks of things, I should be able to do all of them at once without it moving a muscle. So if we get 1 diamond, the only thing that we don't have is silicon, which we will have to find next episode. But this is just a tester for the time being to see how well. So there's gold ingots there. Did just see more gold ingots. Gold ingots there. Can we make a golden bar? 1 golden. Screw it. We'll use these. So we need 1 of them. We need 1 of them. We need 1 of these. And like I say, we can't test the silicon one out at the moment, but all it is well. I think the silicon one was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, so we want calculation press, diamond press. No. It does budget slightly. It does use quite a bit. I think it used down to about 78, 77-ish. But we have got some printed circuits now. Logic, calculation, and engineering. But to make our first thing, we need... Ooh. We can make that... Can we make this? I think we get skystone from the meteorites. We could actually make 1 of them. Silicon, we do need to find some silicon, which... Well, we don't need to find silicon, we need to make silicon. Which then we can put it in there to get our silicon process going. And with our silicon process going, that's when we can make stuff like this. Because don't these need... Oh no, they all need printed silicon. So I can't make anything without the silicon. As you can tell, while we were waiting for that osmium to do, we've made a supremium stuff. We do have our bees going at it 24/7, luckily. Where did I put that honeycomb? Did I put it downstairs? Yeah, I put it in. The prosperity. We have got them going 24/7, so if we go over here... We do want to kind of automate this centrifuge. But at the moment, it's alright as it is. We've got some prosperity shards there. We've got some more wax. Which, how much coal have you got left? 60. So if we put the wax in there for the time being, because it's good fuel for now. And then we'll put this in here. Go and check on our bees. Which we've made some more. And this is how we get the prosperity shards. Through this. Eventually we will be making more speed upgrades. Which isn't too expensive. All we need to do is get the emeralds, get the honey tree, which the honey tree is the main pain. but we are getting pollen puff from them now, so that's okay. And we need the gold. The gold is the main priority at the moment, and then we can put them all in here, which should do this pretty quickly. And if we really wanted to, we could actually put the centrifuge in there, mine under here, a couple of blocks. I'm guessing this is how it'll work. Or will it? No, it will pull from that, I think. Then we do this, this. So it'll go hopper, 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 into, what do we say, another hopper, and into chest. Oh wait, this is all going in the backpack into it because it's cobblestone. So if we just come out of here now, and we can go and make some hoppers, because we're going to try and automate this centrifuge so we don't have to keep doing it. I don't know how we can we make a filtered hopper? Hopper upgrade, hopper like impulse hopper. How do we filter hoppers? Give me 2 seconds. I'm just figuring out how to make filtered hoppers. Right, so apparently I can't filter hoppers unless I use a redstone signal, which I'm not good with redstone. We ain't doing anything with redstone, okay? And there's one other thing that I noticed while I was doing that, and I am so sorry. I have made the game look disgusting. There is no shaders. Half of the video was with no shaders. Can't believe it. But what we're going to do eventually is we're going to add a mod. Yes, I add them for necessary purposes, like auto stuff, because I didn't realize that you couldn't just filter hoppers. I know you can filter hoppers in a way of redstone, so it's something to do with ticks and tick rates and stuff like that, where you'll put redstone and then something that you want to filter out in the other hoppers, and it'll only filter out the first one. But we don't want to do that, so we are going to add a filtered hopper eventually, so we can filter out the wax into a different chest over this side somewhere, and then we can filter the prosperity into the chest over here. So then we can just have that automated constantly, and then we've already got this automated. These are already automated, so we've fully got automated resources. The other things that we're going to have to automate eventually are these over here. When I get over it, that we might not need to automate no more. We might not even need that anymore since we can get flux from them. These we don't need to automate. This we can automate. We can put a redstone clock up here. This, on the other hand, we want to automate. So what we would want to do is, obviously at the moment these won't filter into my ME system, but eventually they will. But for the time being, I want hoppers in here just to filter in like the Certus quartz, silicon, diamond, and gold. So then these just keep filtering out the circuits, because eventually we're going to want these. Because 1K can turn into, if hold on, no, it's these. 1K can turn into 4K, wherever it is. 4K can turn into 8K. Is it? No, 16K. 16K can turn into 64, and 64 can turn into 256. And I think that's where it cuts off for me. Or is it 512? No, that's where it cuts off for me. So 256, and then we'll have 8 bays of them, which then gives us a ton of items. Well, not items, sorry. Storage for certain items. And then the 63 types, so that's 63 times 8, which 60, so that's 240, 480, 480 plus 4. So it's about 504 items. Now there's 269 pages, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, 108, 117, 126, 135, 140, 144. So 144 in one slot times by 269, which I'm not doing, but it's roughly about 15,000. So we are going to need quite a few ME drives, but you can have an 8-channel one of these. So that's 8 times 8, 64, 64 times 63, which I'm not doing in my head again, but it's a lot of storage. And that storage can then hold up to as many bytes as possible, depending on how much storage it has. And then once we've got all of that done, that's when we can store literally everything, not worry about anything, build upon my farm, build upon my like little area that I'm going to be building over here, which I will do that off camera, so we'll just flatten that land. And then next episode we will possibly, just possibly, because I'm obviously going to need more stuff to make this anyway, we'll possibly be making a house over there, due to the fact of it would make life easier. Now, the idea for the rest of this video, since we've done our good solar panel dish here, and if we really wanted to, we could put it on top of the house for now, or wait until we've built that and leave this here like that, so then we can put a couple on top of the house. But for now, we want to move you over to here, and we do want to make more alloy. Reason being is because if we're going to have more of these on top of the house when we've got one over there, we're going to need more infused alloy. Which, once we've got the infused alloy, well, not if I remember rightly, you keep your Is it because it can't use it from the energy acceptor? Okay. It has to be on top. So that can stay on top of there for now. We'll do everything with the energy acceptor eventually, but what mechanism cable? Because obviously this is mechanism, so I need to know what cables there are. Unless, are these cables? Are they reverse compatible? These ones. The ME cable. So how do I do that? How do I connect one to the other? Because I know there's I'll have to figure that one out as well. But as long as we've got that going, we've got 11. We've got that going. We've got our osmium growing over here. We are going to need to get more glass, but that should be easy enough since there's sand over there and there's sand elsewhere, like over here, which we can get rid of. But as I was going to say, is we want to make more OP gear because we've now got a bow, a pickaxe, and a shovel. We also want to create more than that, which means more iron as well, unfortunately, and we also need to use the diamonds. I don't know if we've got the prismarine for prismarine. Where the hell did prismarine come from? We don't use prismarine. We use prosperity. Don't need that either. But we should be able to like max out our farm eventually. Oh, we should be able to max out a farm eventually. And you as well. But now we've got these. Let me just lob these in here. Take out 64 since we've not got much more to hold. And then we're going to turn these into Inferium so that we can start on our amazing OP gear. We do still need to finish off the enchantment table, which we will do. I will try and find a good old nether fortress to go and get some books. Put these in there for now. And then once we've got the books, we can then obviously start enchanting this OP gear as well. And then once it's enchanted, we should be alright to do anything we want. The only thing that we would have to do is slay as many wither skeletons as possible, which won't take as many wither skeletons as it did in the phase 1 of Vanilla to Beyond, due to the fact of something called a cleaver. Now, I will have to make it from Tinker's Construct, but the cleaver has the chance of beheading. And the beheading will help us get the wither skeleton skulls a lot easier, and then our OP gear should be able to take it out fairly quickly, and then we can start making our farm for nether stars, which the farm for nether stars will help us massively once we've killed the wither like 4 times, because we can then make flying gear, as cheating as it sounds. We can make flying gear to be able to not get attacked by anything on the ground while we're doing this, and that. And we can obviously build a lot easier compared to if we're just on the floor. And that's just a few reasons why I wouldn't mind flying. The other reasons is obviously we have our explorer's compass, but we can't explore very far if we don't have flying. Yes, we can explore like miles and miles and miles, but then we've got the issue of dragons, we've got the issue of sea serpents, we've got the issues of what are they called now? Trying to think of what they're called now. Sirens. So sorry about the camera. I didn't realize that I ran out of storage. But then again, it has been an hour and I am kind of recording it in 4K. And my phone only has so much storage, I guess. But, as I was saying, I have to make sure. What was no? It was about the flying. The reason why I want to fly is because then it stops all of the hassle from all of the things I've just stated. Is there another? I was hoping there'd be another 64 of these, but there isn't at the moment. I've got another 13 more to get. That'll do. Because then that makes 64 of them. Makes another 64 of them. No, it doesn't, because I need one more stack of 64. You nincompoop. We have got quite a bit of iron now, though. While I'm doing this anyway, I can obviously put... Wait, did I keep them on me? No, I didn't. You fool. We'll just grab the ones over here. And then we'll do that. And then we'll put these in here. Which it won't be long before it starts using these anyway to create the Inferium. I can make more coal, obviously, since we've got all of this in here, but for the time being, we'll keep the coal going. We do need to put a speed upgrade in this, which... Do we want to speed things up? Because we should be able to make that mystical agriculture. Whereas, so that's the base upgrade. Oh. Oh, that's expansive. So there's 4. And then we want 4 of these like that. Diamond. Or is it? No, it's this, isn't it? I got it wrong. So there's the base speed upgrade. Now, oh no, that is really expensive. I would have to have a lot of prosperity shards for that. Oh dear. Wait. No, that doesn't even start speed. It's that one that starts speeding up the stuff. Alright then, we won't do that yet. I just wish there was a way of making this process a lot easier, because it uses 2 for that, 2 for that, another 2 for this one, then another 2 for this one. So far, all we can make from this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did a boo-boo. Wasn't meant to make these into this, I was meant to make them into that. Oh well. We should have enough to make the next one of these, which then can make the next one of these, which then turn these into supremium time being, so that we have more storage space. But now we have that, we want to go and make ourselves an axe and a sword. So we need to go to the chest room. We have got an axe, but we are going to make another one because I don't think it works with normal stuff. Well, broken stuff, sorry. So we need an axe. We need a sword. There's a sword. Turn this into a Inferium sword. And then turn this into a Inferium axe. So we're getting there with the OP gear as well. I think if we look around, we should have enough for the second tier, I believe. Have we got any more prosperity shards? We've got these. But by the looks of things, I don't have any more prosperity shards. Is that all the prosperity shards we had? I'm guessing so. And the only way we can produce more prosperity is by getting more bees, which we will get off camera. Again, it's another thing off camera because it just makes life so much easier. But that's the only way we're going to get more prosperity shards, and we want another couple of centrifuges to be able to do more than one thing at once. That's the wrong thing. We could in fact make a hopper just for this though, so we can stick stuff in. Ooh, a lot of things, a lot of things. So if I go over here, make a hopper, and I think that will be us done for today after I've done this. So we want one chest and we want another chest, because we're not actually going to make that much. Not enough to need a double chest's worth anyway. And then for the time being, actually, we want 2. Let's make 3 more chests. Now, the whole purpose... No, screw it. The whole purpose of this is to be ready to automate everything. Oh, crying out loud. I missed the mark of needing another hopper. Because what we do is we put the hopper on top with a chest on top of that, and then we have another hopper underneath that to then start just getting it from the centrifuge. Nope. Luckily, we have this pickaxe. So then we do that, and then we line underneath this, and then we'll get our other hopper back out of that bag, and then we put this underneath. Oh, no, my bad. We put this here first, then we go the other side, and then we'll get, oh, stop putting it in the bag. And we'll get this, and we'll put it in there. Then we'll close this up, and it will start producing all of that. And then we'll put that on top of there, and boom. Then now that'll filter into there, that'll filter out of here, into here. So there's our automation done for that, which now we can check the beehive. Oh, don't let the bee out. Put more of that in there. So we've done a lot today. Mainly, well, the main thing that we wanted to do today was that solar power, which we did. Did the solar power, and we also made osmium, and we've got a lot of infused stuff. But without further ado, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're enjoying the content. There is plenty more content on my channel from phase 1 to phase 2 of Minecraft Vanilla to Beyond. But in future, we will be playing stuff like Minecraft Story Mode, we'll be playing Horizon Zero Dawn, because we will be going from Minecraft into story games. If you enjoy your story games, I will be playing more story games down the line, but for the time being, it is Minecraft. So, hope you all enjoyed, and peace.